Hello everyone, welcome back to the YouTube channel, welcome back to another episode. And what's going to be a very exciting day. Today I'm going for a stomp with, which is walking with purpose, with one of the most famous stompers on the planet. I'm going to be recording an episode of my Stompcast with this person. He has done many different challenges, including dragging a car for a very long distance, but most famously ran from the southern point of Africa all the way to the north. He ran a long way, the full distance, about 10,000 miles across 16 countries, and is the equivalent of like 300 plus marathons. I think his average distance was around 30 miles per day, which is mind-blowing. During that time, he nearly got kidnapped. I think he got held at gunpoint. A country didn't let him cross the border for a while, and he nearly had to give up. Anyway, it was a crazy experience. It took him a year, but he finished. Of course, I've got, drumroll, the hardest geezer, Russ Cook, joining us. Look at this guy. Probably as famous for his ginger beard as he is for his running. He seems like such an inspirational guy, and I can't wait to go for a walk with him and talk with him, because he talks a lot about choosing your hard, because he struggled with gambling, with drink, with things like addiction. And he was saying that he got to the point where he was like, if life's gonna be hard, I might as well choose the hard path that I want to choose. And that's why I started doing all these challenges and things. And he's raised so much money in doing so. It's awareness, money, inspiration. And honestly, since the moment that he completed the challenges, I want him to come on the Stompcast. I'm so excited to have him join. Anyway, I need to do some prep, because when we record the Stompcast, we do a double Stompcast day. And so in the morning, I go through the kind of notes and what I want to get out of the episodes, make sure that I'm ready for the episode itself. Then we're going to head to location and shoot. We've got Captain Suze on the camera. We've got Abby Wag. Abs, what are you doing today?
Just sort of tagging along.
Tagging along. We've got Rolo. She's very much not tagging along. She's the machine behind everything. And we've got Rolo Polo, who actually won't be coming along today, because as much as I'd love to stomp with Rolo, and usually I do, we go out for our walks, we just come back, we like to go and stomp. He is not going to be helpful while I'm trying to record, because he wants to be right by me. He won't like me giving attention to anyone else, and there'll be barking and probably pooing going on as well. Basically, it's not going to be ideal for the episode. So what I'm going to do in the next hour, I'm going to just kind of check a few notes in here that I want to pull up. But most of what I do, I'll show you actually. I'm going to show you behind the scenes of the Stompcast. What we do is we have the wonderful team, Astrid, create this notes page. Hardest geezer, you've got script. Now we call it a script, but I don't really do the scripting stuff. I kind of have a rough idea what I want. Some producer notes that they make while we're recording. That's usually stuff for like edit and things. Maybe I said some nonsense and they want to remove it. You've got bio. So here's like, it's how brilliant this is. So who they are, their social handles, what they're known for, a bit about that person. The intro, which I do read because I want to make sure I say things correctly. And then we have roughly what we want to get out of each part. Now this might change, but we have part 1, part 2, part 3. The reason I don't script the questions is because I think the best interviews, in my opinion, are done free-flowing, the conversations. And when I was a med student and I was learning, I remember someone told me, put the notes down, patience in front of you. And I always used to teach med students that when I was a doctor as well. Like, as tempting as it is to have the safety sheet of these notes and like hold on to the interview, actually when you let that go and you just trust yourself and trust your instincts, trust your interests, I think you produce the best interview. So I might jinx that, it might be terrible. Let's do a little bit of prep and let's go meet the hardest geezer. By the way, guys, hello Rolo Polo. By the way, we've done something I think really cool. This is Suze's idea. We have basically taken our 5 sentences. If you follow my social media, you'll know the 5 sentences. We basically asked people to say what their favourite is each week, and then what we're doing is lifting the quote or the sentence and we're putting on a beautiful background so you can screen save. So that's it. That's this week's favourite quote, chosen by you, and I find it really helpful. So this week is, sit with it, I know it's hard, I know you might want to run, but healing happens by feeling. Wonderful quote indeed. Right, prep time with Rolo Polo. Wow, look. That's a long way, so it was south to north. Abs was right. I doubted myself. Oh no, it wasn't. Yes, it was. Yes, because he finished in Ras Angela, I remember that. Imagine all that crossing from South Africa, Namibia, Angola, Congo, all the way up through Nigeria, up ending in Algeria, and then of course just Tunisia here. And I think Algeria was where he had an issue crossing the border. I think when Russ got here, I think they were kind of like, what are you doing? Why are you running across here? You can't pass. But thankfully they let him through. Imagine going all that way, getting right to the top, and someone saying, "No, no, you can't." What? Let me. What's it from Lord of the Rings? You shall not pass. Is that right, Abs? Is that? Did I do that well?
Bang on.
You shall not pass. Could I act?
Fun fact.
Yeah, it's a fun fact. Fun fact. Have I been in a film? There's a question for you. Have I? Have I been in a film? By the way, guys, stay right to the end because I'm going to show you something really cool. We're going to see something really exciting. We've had something confirmed this morning, so we're going to literally finish the double Stompcast day, jump on the tube and head somewhere to see something quite cool. Also a reminder, if you don't follow the YouTube page yet, do subscribe. We'll basically continue making videos like this. You'll also see the Stompcast videos very, very soon. So follow. Should we go and record a Stompcast episode? Abigail, are we ready? We're all in green, guys. We're all in green coats. Look at Abby's coat.
Embarrassing.
Look at Abby's coat there. Look how green that is. Green, ready for the autumn. Are you ready for the cold?
Yeah.
Fun fact, Abby has in fact had to climb into the boot of a BMW because she was so cold once before. I was like, where has Abby gone? And I turned around and she'd climbed into the boot, pulled all the stuff on top of her, just various items to warm up because it was a cold day. It was cold, Abs, wasn't it?
Yeah.
It's not cold today, that'll be fine. It's a little bit cold. 97% retransfer. We're nearly ready to go. It's nothing to do with the video, but we're just retransferring videos. It's just part of being a content creator, I guess. 100%! Let's go! I do love a cab, Abs, don't you? Abby's got a favourite mode of transport, which is, what's her favourite mode, Abs?
The bus.
She likes riding top deck of the bus. I always get, so I have a big worry. So once I was on a bus and I was on the way to Lewisham Hospital to work and someone, which is always my fear when I watch people, fell from the top down to the bottom and hurt themselves. So I obviously stopped, got everyone off the bus, got the ambulance there, took them into work, and the consultant was like, "That's your patient, continuity of care." I was like, "No problem." So I took care of them. So I think ever since I have a real fear about going up to or coming down from the top deck. So if you're watching this and you're a top deck rider like Abby is, please take it easy coming down. Hold on to those handles, go easy. Anyway, let's go and do our Stompcast. So we have Andy Webb first, who's a financial expert. So we're going to be talking about kind of like, is there such a thing as free money, breaking down the kind of myths and stuff. I think a big part of what I do on the Stompcast, or try to do, is take topics and like break them down into 3 important parts that focus on 3 important things that you need to know. Because otherwise, like if you look at immunology, mental health, money, it's so complex. You could spend your whole life learning and not know everything. So I kind of want to focus on like, what do you need to know? You and me, what do I need to know? And if I go there going, what do I want to know? What's useful for me? Then my hope is it's useful for you. So it's going to be a good episode. Have some lunch, which is important. Don't we have our lunch? What are you going to have today? Actually, no, you're going to be back. You're not going to be here, are you? Well, we're going to have lunch.
I would highly recommend the sweet potato fries.
So we'll go to the pear tree and we'll have, Abs has the sweet potato fries. You don't just have sweet potato. What else do you have with it? Salad.
No, I have a really odd combination and I have it with an acai bowl.
She has an acai. That is an odd combination. That's probably the sweet potato fries and acai bowl. Let us know in the comments. Is that normal? What is normal, guys? And I usually, because this is my like treat day, I usually have like the bacon and egg sandwich on Abs. I love that. They do like this crispy sandwich thing. I smash that. We're going to find out what Suze, what's your option going to be? Well, you don't know the menu, but we'll find out to see. Well, stay tuned to see what Suze's option is.
And why did you start the Stompcast and how long has it been going?
So the Stompcast has been going for over 2 years now. We've done like 110 episodes.
Yeah.
So we worked out the other day that I've technically recorded solidly for 7 days. If you added up all the hours of talking, of actually not even just the talking, that's the final polished edited version, which is cut down, 7 solid days of talking. So hopefully there's some sense in there, otherwise it's a lot of wasted time. But effectively, I want people to get outside in nature because I know scientifically that being in nature is incredible for your mental health. And so much of the reason I think that people struggle is because we're doing stuff that's not right for us. Being inside all the time, being on our phones all the time. When you get outside and you're walking in nature, you're literally changing and rewiring your brain. Nature rewires your brain. Exercise outdoors amplifies that. So when you're walking outside, it's incredible. And these conversations we're having, the idea is to give people a bit of company. So when you go out for your walk, or your run. Actually, I did the Royal Parks half like a week ago, and I got a message from someone that listened to the Stompcast running around while I also was running around, which is kind of cool. But the point is that it gives people company, positivity, information, inspiration while they're outdoors, and that's why I do it. It's a simple message. Moving in nature is good for you. So if you haven't had a listen yet, have a listen to Stompcast.
Like a little break in between. If you see me giving Alex a thumbs up, it's just
I'm holding the double mic because at the moment we've got lots of things going on. We've got one mic, which is a lapel mic that's recording for the Stompcast audio, but we want to make sure you can hear us on the YouTube as well. So we're doing that also. And we're recording this through your phone, which is very clever. So you use a lapel mic, plug in, and it records on the voice notes, which I actually do for the diaries. Abs, is that nice?
I knew you were going to tell it to me.
You're going to ask it?
No one else is eating, whereas I've just...
Yeah, but you deserve that. You've been stomping around doing all sorts. You've been on the phone, you've been sorting stuff out, sorting life out. Stompcast days are busy. There's no two ways about it, and in some ways it can feel a little bit frantic. So we record the episode, then we do the intros, the outros, and then I do my part 4 recording. Then we come over and have lunch, which is why we sat by here, and then we go to the next guest. And right now it's 1:20. The hardest geezer arrives at 2 or probably just before, so I need to eat quick, final preparation work, and then go. And I also think I missed that we had to do our Vox Pops as well. It's a crazy day. So we do this episode, and then we're going on to the fun location. Stay tuned to see that. So, food has arrived. So what we have here is sweet potato fries with some sort of like spicy mayonnaise goodness. Then you have this, which is the beige food on the end, which is my treat Friday. Go wild Fridays, guys. How wild I am these days. We've got the fried egg, the bacon in the bun, but it's quite crispy, that's why it's good. Abigail, you're wonderful, you know me far too well, with the ketchup. And then we have, I'm going to guess this, it's some sort of apple on a sweet potato with quinoa.
Yeah.
Is that right? Am I right? And I believe that's Susanna's, so she's gone for a very, very much more colourful plate. Yeah, much more colourful plate. And then we've got producer Abby, who's clapped in for producer Charlie. Producer Abby, can you show everyone your badge? Because we've already announced it, so it's not new news, but we do have, in fact, a baby on board. So if you see that sign and you're on the tube, please get up, because we've heard a few occasions where people don't get up, so please do that. It's very important. Why? Because you can feel very faint if you're standing for a long period of time, because the baby can press on the big vessels in the tummy. So please do get up when people need it. What are you eating, producer Abby? I'm so sorry to ask you.
Homemade honey mustard pasta.
Sorry.
I've got food.
What you got?
Homemade honey mustard pasta, I believe.
It does actually look delicious, and she's also got a San Pellegrino as well, but I like to go to the orange one. Abs, just for anyone looking that's noticed this, what's going on here?
Oh, well, I don't actually need the prompts because I drink enough water, so it's just more for the smiley face.
She likes the smiley face, but it's actually, these are quite clever bottles. If you've never seen them before, could you show the back, Abs? So it actually can prompt you from the time of day about how much you're drinking of water, so you know how much to drink and then to refill, which I think is a really good idea, especially if you're someone that's neurodivergent, if you've got ADHD and stuff. Often you don't drink enough water. So, little tip. Right, let's eat. Let's actually eat.
Beard's essential, just because otherwise, you'll mistake me for a little girl running around.
But we try and stay.
Walking podcast, is it?
Yeah. Go out and walk and talk. Yeah,
This looks like a lovely
we'll have a sit down. What a treat. Think about how much when you're out there, what you'd have done.
Yeah.
Sit down and relax and drink a overpriced kombucha.
Yeah.
You'd have done so much for it. I guess we mentioned it a little bit earlier in some sense. It's like, are there some ways that you could advise that people can see through it? Because it is, as we said, the darkness, the light is hard sometimes. How do you go from that shit place of like, I'm rock bottom, to better place?
I think one of the things that I've always tried to hold there is that no matter how dark it gets, and like in all of our lives it gets dark at points, some more than others, there is always the light. Like there is always a light, and it's difficult to find sometimes, but keep going and you will find it.
I have a tattoo, you like your tattoos, this too shall pass. And
I've
literally got it written on my arm, because actually, in difficult times I literally sit there and read it.
It will
because
though,
your brain is dark, it's like, it's hard sometimes.
Yeah, it literally feels impossible, doesn't it? But it's there.
Well, thank you so much for joining us on the Stompcast. Genuinely, it's
No
a
worries,
pleasure.
man. Thanks for having me.
Honestly, when you have someone on who is even more than you expected them to be. It's such an amazing thing, and you are absolutely that. So thank you for joining me. So for anyone listening, of course, go and click the link and get a copy of the book. Huge congratulations on that. And when you're ready, go and have a listen to part 4 on Apple Podcasts. You can listen on a free trial. Right, that's it with the hardest geezer. And like that, the Stompcast day is done, but we're not finished, because we're going to go to Leicester Square because we're going to see something really cool. There's something on a sign there. Let's go and see. Guys, I've got some really bad news. I'm in charge of the camera right now, which is not good news. Suze, you've done a great job. Have you enjoyed your Stompcast day?
Loved it.
It's been good fun. Right, we're going to get on the tube now, get cracking. We are heading to Leicester Square. That is the right place, right? We're going to Leicester Square. And it could actually be really good content if we get there and it isn't there. As in, like, I'm not on the billboard. It'll be like something else, but whatever. Let's go there and see if I am on the billboard. It makes some suspense and surprise. Have I already given it away? Well, we still have to watch it because you have to know whether I'm actually on there or not. See you in a mo. You with your fancy cam. Yeah, that's the fancy cam, by the way, guys. Have you seen the fancy cam? That's like the proper cam. I've got a Canon M50 with a little lens, but that's the proper boy. Plot twist. Basically, Sue's on the phone trying to sort out my phone because Vodafone cancelled by accident my number rather than someone else's number. So Emma's number, who left the team, they cancelled the wrong number, which is a genuine accident mistake. But at the moment I have no signal on my phone and I need signal, so we're trying to sort it out. Rush hour on the tube is a chaotic place. Can you hear me? Is it working? Is the audio working? You're not really supposed to speak on a tube. It's true, isn't it? You're not supposed to talk, but we are talking because everyone's very quiet. And it's a shame, really, because we're in a world where, I'm not going to show everyone in here because that's not right, but we're in a world where people feel more disconnected than ever, and yet we don't talk to each other. Like, we feel awkward talking.
The next station is Clapham North.
But we should talk.
When you see something.
Good news is, I think my phone's going to be sorted, so I'll be back online, baby. But we had to get off the train at Charing Cross Station because basically what happened was, there's more issues. Basically, there's issues in the train. So we're getting off here and we're going to stomp our way in true stomping fashion to the billboard. Great week, actually. It's one of those weeks that actually there's been a few challenges. So we're having like a battle of the cameras here. But the bad news is, that doesn't look like the Stompcast. Is the Stompcast going to come on? Will it come on? We need to play the elevator music, like. Yes! There it is! Stompcast. Yes! That's awesome. That's me. That's me on the Stompcast. Up there. Ah, he's gone! That was so cool. I made it on there. How awesome is that? In Leicester Square. Look at all the people out and about. Mum, I was on the billboard in Leicester Square. Isn't that quite cool? It feels like an amazing moment. I've been doing this podcast now for, well, over 2 years. Every week, sun, rain or shine. It's hard work, but we're on there and I'm very proud of it. Guys, we'll come to the end of the episode though. Thank you so much for sticking through to the end. If you stuck through right to the end here, we love you. You're a super person, you're a super subscriber. And if you haven't subscribed yet, do subscribe. Otherwise, we'll see you very soon, indeed in the next one. Goodbye.